Hello and welcome to your business policy update for Friday, the 17th of July 2015. For me, this has been the week when Britain's new Conservative government really began to flex its muscles. The Chancellor's had his budget. We've now seen his productivity plan, the consequences of which have occupied us throughout the week, whether it does enough on transport, on access to finance, on the skills that businesses require, etc. And now two other big announcements as well. One, limiting strikes in the public sector and also in the private sector in some areas, and the other around closing the gender pay gap, which the Prime Minister appears to have made a personal crusade. The reason I bring up all of these moves by the government is that they have more political capital right now than they ever will at any other time in their administration. They're moving very, very quickly to put in place policies that they think will help them accomplish what they set out in their manifesto. What we're doing repeatedly and consistently is making sure that the interests of business are taken into account when those policies are put forward. When it came to the new strike laws, we had input on that. And we believe that they strike a fair balance between those who are withholding their labour and those who suffer the consequences of industrial action. And when it comes to gender pay, we told the Prime Minister, let's look at the causes, not necessarily at the symptoms. If we can do more on some of the things that we as a business community have said are important, like childcare, for example, and also looking at greater transparency in businesses, we'll do more than simply comparing two statistics on a spreadsheet. So, a lot going on this week, a lot driven by this government's agenda and the speed with which they're doing things. I get concerned sometimes about speedy action by governments. Sometimes it means they aren't consulting enough, but we won't let up, and we won't let any policy go forward that doesn't have adequate business input and take into account the needs of companies up and down the UK. That's it from me for this week. I look forward to talking to you next week.